Hello and welcome to this episode of Stage of the Game.
Yeah.
We got Jessie back. Tony's still not back. Our schedules couldn't work out this week to have all three of us back. But you got more than one, so
Ooh.
and two is better than one.
Amen.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's definitely a bigger number.
Yes. But sometimes it's worse if you're introverted.
Yes. But it's probably for the best that Tony wasn't here because we're going to be talking about gay stuff. Not that Tony isn't. Not that Tony isn't an LGBT ally. He totally is. He's a great guy. But we kind of don't need a straight white man's perspective.
Oh, snap.
Hey. Sorry, Tony. Love you.
Love you next time.
But now people are gonna, well, and by people I mean whoever decides to watch this, maybe Patrick, I don't know, might be questioning, hey, why didn't we do this during Pride Month? And because we couldn't get to it.
Pride Month really got away from me.
I didn't do shit during Pride Month. I never do celebrate Pride Month because that involves going out and being part of a community, and I don't like that.
That sounds hard.
All these people are being prideful and like being like happy, like, hey, and look at me, and I'm like, no, I don't want people to look at me. I want to go hide. I support you in what you're doing, but my God, leave me alone.
Introvert life. Well, my play was in Pride Fest at the Tank, so I spent all of Pride Month working on my super gay play for a super gay festival. But yes, but that was pretty much it.
But we're going to be talking. This is going to be a gaming-centered episode specifically. I know the last one was when we talked about nerd culture, but whatever. We'll probably do a discussion about the gay community and the theater community later on.
Yep.
But I want to do this one just because it's been bothering me so much, and I've been seeing a lot about it recently. The treatment of the LGBT community from the gaming community, and how those two communities clash.
Yes.
So I wanted to do this mainly because during Pride Month, a lot of gaming websites and places that I follow, Kotaku, IGN, were posting pro-LGBT articles about gay characters, video games, gay gamers, and stuff like that, or Gaymers, as the internet likes to refer to them as. Haha. And I was, as I was telling Jesse, I was dumb enough to read the comments for all of these, and my God, straight people get offended easily. And just they don't like the norm. They don't like people changing the norms. My favorite Overwatch League team, the Houston Outlaws, who coincidentally the only pro Overwatch League player. There's only one openly gay pro Overwatch League player. Austin Wilmot, otherwise known as Muma. He's actually a tank player for the Houston Outlaws, my favorite team. I did not know that when Houston Outlaws became my favorite team, but then it just fueled more of my love for the team. But they changed their logo for Pride Month to have a rainbow in the background of it, and set off a lot of their fan base. People were like, get this shit out of here. We don't need it, blah, 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 blah. Then, of course, people realized, like, oh, wait, one of their players is openly gay. And they're like, wow, I can't have a gay player, like, Overwatch League player on my favorite team. I'm leaving the fan base, and blah, blah, blah. People are stupid. It means they weren't really fans anyway, so fuck them.
I'm reading the comments on the article you sent me right now.
Yeah. We'll get back to that article later, but and all of the other articles I was reading from like IGN and Kotaku and stuff like that, and people posted comments. There was one article. This happened during E3. There was they showed a preview and gameplay trailer from The Last of Us 2. One of the main characters, Ellie, is gay. That was established in the DLC for the original game, The Last of Us. But they showed in the trailer, they showed her kissing another girl, and gay people loved it. The internet loved it. A lot of people were like, "Oh my God, get this shit out of my face! I don't need to they don't need to be shoving it in my face. Like, why are they making it such a big deal? Like the fact that she's gay. Why are they making such a big deal?" I'm like, well, they're kind of not. She's kissing someone, but
okay, here's what's not like ever cool from our wonderful straight friends, which is that like you cannot imagine, I think, as a straight person, what it means to see yourself represented as a not straight person, because it never happens. And you know, you might be used to it because it's everywhere for straight people, but like art has the power to make us feel profoundly not alone when you see yourself in it. And the way that LGBT characters and stories are so rare, they come to mean so much. And I don't think everybody can possibly parse like how that
And
feels.
this is a protagonist. Like, do you know how many like gay protagonist characters there are in video games?
Not a
Very,
lot.
very few. Like less than 10 probably.
Hmm.
And this is a major video game too. There are plenty of indie games I'm sure that have that, but this is a major AAA title for a major platform. This is a big fucking deal. Let us have it. Jesus Christ,
Just let
people.
us have it. It really doesn't hurt you. Like it just doesn't. You know what else is great? Dragon Age Inquisition.
Ah.
That game is super gay. I always play it very gay.
Well, you can make it gay. Not necessarily
Yes.
gay, but you can make it gay
No,
as you
but you could make it gay. And boy, do I try and stop me every time. Oh, yes.
So there was that. Like just people react. And there was another article from IGN talking about how, like, and this was like a fun article, kind of like, of all the can it was a what was it titled? Like, can gay characters in video games finally have a happy ending? Because they're usually tragic, and they were like saying like usually tragic, and obviously it was like a like it wasn't like a serious like we need to have this, we're demanding it. It was like a like this is a thing that we're pointing out. It should probably happen, kind of thing. But people were like, gay people complain about everything. How dare like they got their character? Why does it have to be happy? God, just take it and shut up and sit down.
Can we talk about how like the fact that gays always get killed is like a moralistic conclusion to like a lifestyle you're making a judgment upon? Like they have to die because they are wrong, and that plays into public perception. It's fucked. Don't kill your gays, guys. Don't fucking kill them. There's too much of that.
Unless they're evil. If they're evil people, they should probably die.
I suppose.
As long as you're not killing them because they're gay. Killing them because they're
Gay evil people are probably really hot. We'll see, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because you play a lot of Dragon Age Inquisition, Jesse, doesn't mean that all evil villains are hot.
But some of them are.
But I specifically commented on that article. And I was like, wow, there are a lot of straight people who are complaining that gay people complain too much. And
Yes.
people didn't like that comment. There was a lot of comments on that comment saying, like, what are you looking at everyone's profile, making sure that they're straight? And like, of course, I didn't comment on any of these comments because I'm not gonna feed this shit. But ultimately, it was just like, I'm sick of people calling out the gay community for like wanting so much and complaining so much when really, it's this. You the guys are the ones who are complaining.
They're the ones who have everything,
Say the
too.
second, like, the gay community gets something, it's like, no. They're trying to push in and take what's ours. Like, no, we just want equality. That's so hard to want
We're all just
equality, equal
people.
representation.
Or any representation, because we're not
Yeah.
close to equal.
Just a
We're
little
just
bit
looking
more.
for a little
More than
bit.
we have
So-
now.
Without judgment. And I think it's so important to remember that we are all just people. And please calm down. I'm not being gay to hurt you. I am being gay to be happy as me. And isn't that what we should want for all people? It's just to live their best goddamn lives.
Say if gay people probably had the choice, they probably wouldn't be gay because
Because
it's
hard.
not easy.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes straight people think that it is easy, like straight girls will often be like, "Oh man, I wish
be
I
so much
was
easier if
gay.
I
It'd
could
be
just
so much
date
easier
girls.
if I could
Oh
just
my God,
date
it'd
girls."
be so much
But it's like,
easier.
no, it's not. It's way harder, and you never know where you stand with anybody, or how people will react to you, because it's accepted in some places, and we're lucky to live in fairly liberal bubbles, but there are times when the bigotry breaks through, and it's shocking and it's scary. Uh, at any time, you could. It's alarming.
Yeah.
You should think about.
But I want to focus on this one article that I just sent Jesse before this, that I read just today, that kind of prompted me to want to do this today. There's an article that Kotaku posted entitled "Esports Players' Use of a Homophobic Slur Sets Off Unexpectedly Long Debate." And it was an esports player.
Look, it's Jared! Sorry to interrupt.
Hi, Jared.
He can't hear you, but we can hear him. But yes, go on.
Esports player former Counter-Strike Go pro player Mohammed Mo Assad. He got a Twitch ban for using the slur, typing out the slur during a game on his Twitch stream. He was temporarily banned, and that prompted a lot of debate on Twitter from pro gamers and commentators and esports players, just debating whether or not the use of the word is actually offensive. And there were, let's see, what's something that someone said. It's clearly a word you should avoid solely for the health of your own career, but the tyrants who try to tell you a word only has the meaning they decided, even if they're making it up on the spot or ignoring cultural context and history, can still fuck off.
Yes, we're the tyrants.
Yes. That was a quote from DOT esports contributor Duncan Shields. He said that the historical etymology of the word Mo used is never been explicitly or solely a homophobic in meaning, adding that the word once meant a bundle of sticks or flighty women.
Yes, we never knew that. Yes. Oh wait, yeah, we did. Everyone knows that.
And so there was like a big debate among people being like, okay, hey, did he use it as a homophobic slur? And no, he probably didn't, because he didn't use it. He was not using it to like say the person he was calling out was gay. He probably didn't know whether or not they were gay or not, but he was using it as an insult. And
derogatorily.
Yes. So it shouldn't be used anyway, but towards the gay community, it's still a really hurtful and hateful word. And we don't like hearing it being used or thrown about, whether in chat, playing video games. A lot of times I don't turn on my mic and stuff and use headsets. A lot of times I've stopped playing. What was it? The PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I've stopped playing that just because people I'd be playing online with were just so annoying to talk to, and they say very racist and very homophobic shit. Like it was just. They throw it around, and I was really sick of it. And they're probably cool. Not racist, they're probably not homophobes, but they need to learn to not use this in casual conversation.
Yeah, and plus, at what point do we say you're racist or homophobic? Like, if you're participating in the activity, you should really review your actions. It's not funny to hurt people. I don't see how it is. And I read something recently that was like, you know how they call us snowflakes sometimes for having feelings, and it's a way to discredit empathy for other people. Just have empathy for each other, because if we say something hurts, it's not because we're assholes and we want to ruin your fun. It's because it hurts, and quit it. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not very forgiving at this point anymore. I don't really care.
Yeah, I know gaming culture there's a lot of toxicity in gaming culture, mainly because people are talking over headsets and not talking in person, and that's a big part of it. And that's the same thing with the
because
internet.
We're taking the humanity out of it so that you can feel comfortable.
But yeah,
being terrible.
And I will get pissed off and say mean shit about people I'm playing online against or with. But you know what? I don't turn my headset on to do that and tell it to their face or tell them over chat. I'm not gonna type it out. I'm gonna curse under my breath in my room. Maybe toss my controller.
Like a civilized adult.
Yes.
Exactly.
But
we're civilized. We can scream into
but
boxes.
I'm not going to belittle someone for that kind of thing, because it's a game. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. It's a game. And you shouldn't be using this kind of slurs for something like that. I mean, is it even worth it, really?
No. It's some goddamn bullshit.
Say, Overwatch League player, this going back to Overwatch League, and gay player Muma, he, during a match, after a match with the Dallas Fuel, obviously two Texas teams have a bit of a rivalry. The Houston Outlaws beat them 4-0. Go Green. And afterwards, they were interviewing Muma, who had a really good match. And he used a particular call out that someone on the other team uses a lot in their Twitch chat. So like roll up and smoked or something like that. That's what they did to the other team, something like that. And it probably wasn't in the best of taste that way. But later that the next day, the player whose term who coined that phrase for his Twitch was in his own Twitch chat saying that Mumu could suck a big fat cock, and obviously not cool calling that out, especially to someone who's gay. And he was suspended from Overwatch League for, I believe, 2 games because of it.
Cool. Good.
So you might do this thing and just randomly throw it around, but there are consequences to this kind of thing.
And there should be consequences.
Yes.
Like, come on, guys. It's common sense. We're adults.
I don't care what context you meant it in.
Nobody means a bundle of sticks.
No one ever means a bundle of sticks when
Come on, guys, it's 2018. Don't feed me that bullshit.
So, yeah.
And call it souffle. It's some bullshit.
So, yeah.
These are dark times we're living in. Yeah, be nice to each other.
Be nice to each other. Be open-minded about things. Try and accept that the world is changing and the gaming community needs to change along with it.
Everything needs to change to be better for everyone. I promise it will be better for everyone. Like, it's not, equality doesn't work on like a seesaw scale, whereas like as we become less oppressed, people in the majority become more oppressed. We'll just all not be oppressed. Try that. That'll be like so good. Like, trust me. Like, seriously. Like, it's gonna be qual. It's gonna be lit. We should all do that.
So, yeah.
Don't be a dick from us.
Don't be a dick. So thank you for listening to us rant. We'll be doing a lot of these ranting episodes lately. But we have feelings and a podcast, so we're gonna use that to express it.
Damn fucking Hey.
Plus, I had a very bad day today, and I needed to express my anger.
Yeah, he did. Send nice comments to Owen, our 1.5 viewers. Nice comments to Owen.
But
hey, Owen, you're cool.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. I get to decide. Because I'm the observer.
Well, thanks for listening, tuning in. We'll try and be back next week. We'll probably bring Tony back, and we'll see what we're doing then. We don't know. We're just making it up as we go along at this point.
Yes.
So, talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.